Hello everyone, this is Akash Chauhan, and in today's lecture we will be discussing about pointers in C++. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start. So let's first understand what is a pointer. Okay, so let's look at this point. Pointer is the variable, and value of this variable would be the address. Address of what? Of another variable. Okay. Let me repeat it again. Pointer is a variable, and the value of this variable, okay, the value of this variable is the address. And address of what? Of another variable. Let's talk about it at the memory level. So let's say there is a memory chunk for, yeah, we are going to store integer a equal to 5 is the value of the integer. So as we know, integer in C++ is of 4 bytes, right? So we provide 4 bytes of memory over here, and the binary of the 5 will store in this 4 byte memory chunk. uh, this 4 byte of memory would be having some kind of address, right? Memory address, the starting point of that, and after this point would be this and that, plus 4. So 12, 3, 7, 8, 9, 4, sorry, 5. These are 4 bytes, so 5 will store in this memory chunk. We are adding up the 4 bytes with this to get the end address, but we are not interested in this address at all. We are interested in the starting address, where to locate the 5, where to start reading the 5 in the memory. Okay, till the 4 byte, whatever data you have, you will get 5 binary format data. Okay, then you want to store the address of this variable. So this is the address, you want to store the address. So to store this address, you cannot store it in a simple integer. You need to define it as a address type of a variable. So do that integer asterisk, the symbol is asterisk, and pointer is the variable. So this pointer can hold this value. To do that, we need to say a is the variable, and address of a would store in ptr. Okay, so if I print the ptr, it will print the address of a. If I print asterisk of ptr, it will print the value at this address. So the value at this address is 5. So this is the program I have written in my ubuntu, and this is the simple what I have just discussed. A is 5. It's a pointer variable. We have stored the address of a into the pointer variable. We are printing address, and we are printing the value. So this is the address, it is showing this address. Okay, this is in some kind of a hexadecimal or binary format. So as you are able to see, it is f, so it would be hexadecimal. So it is saying this is the address. Okay, and this is the value at this pointer. Okay, so this is the basic definition of pointer. So so this is asterisk. This symbol is called the asterisk. Okay, and this symbol is called the address operator. Okay, so address symbol we use to to get the address of a variable, so that we can print, like what we are doing over here is actually printing the address of the variable. This is the value of the pointer. Asterisk ptr is basically for printing the value of the pointer. Okay, so these symbols you must be aware. So if we are working with pointer, we should also be aware about the related concept related regarding the pointers. So whenever we are working with pointers, we must also be aware about these concepts. So we must also be aware about null pointer, pointer arithmetics, pointer which is your array, the array of pointers, and pointer to pointer. We will cover about these topics in this lecture, about the 6 and 7 point, where we can pass the pointer in a function, or where we can return a pointer from a function. We will cover it during the function lecture, probably the next lecture, I think. Okay, so in today's we will cover about these topics. Okay, so let's talk about the pointer first of all, null pointer. So this is the way to define a null pointer. Int pointer equal to null. So we are going to say, we are saying that I don't know the exact address, so I have decided to point it to the null. Okay, so this is the pointer declaration of a null pointer. It is saying that I can store address, but right now I am not storing anything. I am just pointing to the null. Later on somebody can assign me an address, but right now I am pointing to the null. So what happen if you simply print this pointer while having null value? So if you print it, it will print 0. Why? Because 0 is sum of the digits are decided by your computer. To, for example, like 0 is a signal to, at the CPU level, 0 denotes that there is no memory location, so you are going to access nothing. So CPU understand that. That's why CPU would return 0 in your response. That is what I have written. It signals that the pointer is not intended to point to any accessible location. Okay, so 0 is nothing but in a CPU term, it is just that. It is pointing to nothing. The next point is your pointer arithmetic. So if you want to, increment the pointer, for example, you have a ptr, and if you want to do ptr plus plus, okay, or you want to decrement, or you want to compare ptr1 greater than equal to ptr2. Okay, so this is you can do with the pointer as well. So in case of increment, let's say the pointer is pointing to the first element of the array. Okay, so if you increase the pointer, it will reach to the next point, right? Because all the data the pointer can address to is of integer type, so it will point to the next element, so the output would be 1. In the case of decrement, let's say the pointer is pointing to this. Okay, the ptr is of the one element index, it will point to this location. And if you decrease it, then the value would come to the your the first element, so it will print the first element itself. Okay, so in case of a compare, let's say this is the starting address of your array, and this is the end address of your array. So let's say the first element address is stored in ptr1, and the last element address is stored in ptr2. So if you look at it very carefully, then ptr1 would always be less than equal to ptr2. So we can use this comparison to traverse the element or so. Okay, so this is about the pointer arithmetics. The next point is pointer versus array. Okay, so next point is pointer versus array. So in case of pointer versus array, uh, pointer and array are related to each other. How? So this is the way. Let's say we have a array of 10. It means we have 0 to 9 element. In this example, we are saying we have 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9 element are stored in the array of 10 elements. Okay, let's say we have stored the first variable index into the ptr. Okay, this is the way. So all element of the array can be accessed using increment operator. So if I simply do that, it will point to the next element and keep on doing the same. So with the help of pointer, we can traverse the array. So pointer and arrays are related to each other. The next point is array of pointer. So this is different than this point. Okay, then in this point we are trying to figure out how pointer and array can relate to each other. In this case, we are saying we have a pointer array. Pointer array means like it is similar to the array, but the value it can have the addresses only. Okay, so like let's say in this case ptr3, it means it is a 3 size array, but each and every block or each and every element would be address only. So at the first location we are storing the address of first element, and we are doing the same with the other indexes as well. So to print the values, let's say this is we have used, if you look at it, we are using asterisk operator here. So this is the address, but if I use asterisk over here, it will print the value at this location. So it will print 1, 2, 3 in a sequence, and it is ending with the line. So for each and every iteration, it will print the element and move on to the next one. Okay. So if you want to know the definition of the array of pointer, it would be saying the collection of address of similar data type. So let's say we have integer and this asterisk operator ptr and 4 size of pointer we have. So it is saying that all the element would be integer type, and address of those element or those or any other integer type addresses of integer type data can be stored in the ptr array. At max 4 addresses the ptr can hold. Okay, 4 addresses can be stored in the ptr1. Okay, so the let's look at the next point. uh, we have covered the array of pointer. The next one is the pointer to pointer. Okay, so this is the last topic. So pointer to pointer is something we can easily explain it. It would be a chain of pointers. What it means, let's say a is stored at some memory and the address of that variable is address 1 in the memory. So let's say if we can store this address in some variable in some other address. Okay, and that address, this address would also be in the memory. We are storing this address, okay, into the memory, and this address can be stored in some variable. But to store this address, because it is storing the address itself, okay, this is the address of this variable, and it is the address of that address. This is different thing. So we need to define a double pointer for that. So let's look at this example. It is a double pointer. We have defined initialize a equal to 5 as an integer. We are using int asterisk ptr. Okay, in the ptr we can store the address of a, but the address of ptr can be stored in the double pointer. That is what we have done over here. So this is the way to create a chain of pointers. Okay, you can create as many as pointers you can use in your program. Okay, but this is the simplest way to store the address of the address of your variable. Okay, that is why it is called the chain of pointer. So guys, in this is about the pointers. Probably in next lecture we will work with the functions in C++. So till then, let's wait, and thank you so much guys for today's lecture.